Welcome back, my baby bets. Alright, another episode of Sherlock Holmes and the Rose Tattoo. He's being all sassy. He's got himself a mouth, and oh my goodness, we have a whole other thing. People aren't talking for the whole Mycroft situation, and then now Lestrade gave me a thing about this murder where we're investigating a body at Cleopatra's Needle. We inspected the body, now we're talking to the dude that fished him out the lake, and it looks like, he stole the dude's shoes and got whatever was in his pockets. But the thing is, we need what's in his pockets to identify the body. And he ain't talking, even though we found nothing. And then fucking matron moved to Mycroft to who knows where, and she's not giving it up. So no more visits to Mycroft. So now I'm going back to look to where. So I'm going back to Cleopatra's Needle, see if that stupid cop is on his tea break, so I can investigate without him being there because he's wanting to be a baby. Oh fuck, you're still there, you Constable Roach. Won't you scare off? If I shine the light on him, will he piss off? That'd be cool. Oh fuck.
In this light, I can't do much better than the cretinous constable.
You could do better on hearsay. But I'm sorry I didn't bring the bullseye.
Never mind, I've got mine. But I don't plan on doing his job for him. Another time will suit us better.
How?
Our Constable Roach is a congenital idiot, Watson.
A man with his limitations should find another line of work.
I guarantee what he has found barren will bear fruit for us. But not now.
Had to talk to Watson. Was that the thing? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I should have talked to Watson while I was at the morgue. Ugh. Oh, the city. This is stupid. I have to go all the way to the morgue just to talk to Watson. Huh. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta get myself a snack. Ugh. Okay. To the morgue. Matron, I hate you so much. Why you gotta be like that?
Anything of significance, Watson?
Lestrade must have been desperate to call. How are even you to identify the unidentifiable?
My vanity believes he considers me to be the highest court of appeal in detection. But more likely I am his last resort. Observations, Doctor.
Undernourished, reasonably well-formed, white male, age between 30 and 40. No obvious physical abnormalities. Nicely shaped hands, showing no recent history of manual labor.
A description that might fit 200,000 men in Greater London.
You would add?
He was right-handed, an occasional painter, oils I think, suffered from dandruff and smoked heavily.
I see the ink on his index finger and paint under his nails. The dandruff is obvious, but I see no nicotine stains on his fingers.
Nor do I. Note the discoloration around what remains of his upper lip. That is not a powder burn. I assume he used a holder, or perhaps he smoked a pipe.
Oh my god, is this Pratt?
Why do you think the killer used 2 bullets, Watson?
An accident or fluke. There may be no cogent reason whatsoever.
Nonsense. It was intentional. He wished to complicate identification of the victim, but the killer also told us about himself. He wanted to punish as he killed. Why, I wonder?
That's grotesque, Holmes. Perhaps incompetence was the reason, or panic. You always suspect the worst of people.
It is a matter of no small regret, Watson, that many of my low, mean-spirited suspicions turn out to be well-founded.
Hmm?
A highly unusual, if not unique design. Comments, Doctor?
I will defer to your judgment, Holmes. I can't recall seeing anything like it in your monograph on tattoos and scarification.
I have some thoughts, but they can wait. Now, what do you make of the hat?
An extravagance, given his other clothing. Perhaps it reflects his ambition.
Interesting speculation, Doctor, but wrong. The hat does not belong to the victim. I believe it belongs to the man who killed him.
You will clarify that convoluted hypothesis at some later time, I hope.
Hmm. Hmm. Are you still here? Hmm. Okay, what have I not done? Oh, God. I feel so horrible. What I'm about to do.
Would you mess about with the quality's possessions? Poor man's got no rights.
I'm agog at the items you rescued from the river. True objet trouvé.
It's soaked through, Holmes. No good for use or ornament, and it will drench your pockets.
I suppose I can live without it. That tie belongs to the victim. What else of his personal property did you steal? A wallet, perhaps?
What's he care about a useless garment or anything from this world? He's left it. You can't steal from a dead man. No use for money, can't spend it, wouldn't miss it.
Were you a barrister in a previous life, or a philosopher? Maybe you learned that litany from Gatha Hexam. Don't split hairs with me. Produce what you lifted, or face incarceration.
Search the place, toss it, do your worst, you'll find naught else.
When did you lose your family, Needham?
My missus and daughter died by cholera. I've been alone these 20 years.
I'm sorry. A solitary life is hard.
Would you mess about with the quality's possessions? Poor man's got no rights.
I'm agog at the items you rescued from the river. True objet trouvé. I would have expected a hidey hole somewhere, but I don't spy one.
A place to conceal small objects, as might come from corpses?
Got it in one.
The room is so vulnerable and insecure. He may fear leaving anything valuable behind, even hidden away.
You are a thief, Needham. British justice takes a dim view of robbing the dead.
Get stuffed. I found them items.
If you compel me, I'll have you stripped and searched.
Easy now, there was little enough. A watch and chain, half a crown and 3 pennies.
Unless you'd prefer a cell at Pentonville, it had better be. What you took is of less interest to me than what you know. I mean you no harm, but I intend to know all that you know about this crime.
How do I know you'll play straight with me?
You have my word.
A sign of good faith would be more convincing.
Keep the things you found, Needham. I can't approve your action, but I won't condemn it either.
That's friendly, I think. Tar.
I'd like you to return with us to the embankment. Will you do that?
I've given up everything I have.
I think not. I want to hear exactly what you witnessed, at the Needle, in situ.
Maybe I'll do better with the coppers.
You may think so. I couldn't comment. I promise to be fair.
If there's no other way, I'll go. You're a gentleman until you prove yourself otherwise. We can take my worry.
Sorry. God, I realized that and talked in like a minute. It's just been so engaging.
You witnessed a murder here, Mr. Needham. Tell me everything. No prevarications, please.
It's an habit, and I got reasons I don't mind saying I'm frightened, Mr. Holmes. These was cold customers.
I'll keep your part in this a secret, Needham. Just tell me the truth.
I'll take you at your word. I just tied up at the Needle to rest, been sculling for hours with nothing to show for it. I'm about to climb the stairs when a voice says,
I'll take whatever you've got.
Oh, I thinks, there's something dodgy, a robbery maybe, but right away a different voice says,
I might have a pound in my wallet, I'll look.
well, I thinks, that's all right then, and I'm about to show myself when the second voice says,
Vincent, what are you doing?
and there's an explosion. And then another. My head's ringing. A body tumbles into the river. I'm shaking. But I peek round the wall. A third man on the landing towers over a bloke holding a pistol. I hide again.
Du bist wahnsinnig.
German.
There's a few odd words. A slap, a scrape, and a splash. Then footsteps moving away. That's it, Mr. Holmes, for true. I went to fetch the body before it got swept downstream.
Tell me about the argument after the shots. What exactly did you hear?
A strange voice says something odd like dubious fancy, and then a sound like clapping hands, a clank and a scraping sound, quick like, and a splash in the water opposite the bow of my wherry, then footsteps moving away.
What do you recall about the men you saw?
I never seen the victim's face, and when I picked him up, his face was gone. The killer wore a dark coat and hat, collar up, had hard eyes. The third bloke came out of the light. I saw him a little, big hat and cape, yellow beard and some sort of mark on his right cheek.
Thank you, Mr. Needham.
Can I be on my way then? Some good pickings out there.
Just a bit longer. You're an invaluable witness, very observant.
I make my living with my eyes.
Could you find the object that made the splash, Mr. Needham?
Water and me don't agree, Garver. Don't swim, don't even wade, don't drink it. Hardly bathe in it.
I've noticed. You won't need to get wet. I want your guidance. Just tell me where you heard the splash.
How bad did you need it?
A guinea's worth?
It's as good as found. If you got the means, I got the will.
Be specific, Mr. Needham. We're looking for a critical piece of evidence.
It's deep in the corner, close to the wall. I'd swear to it.
Good job, Needham. Your eye is incomparable.
Nasty things, wet, Mr. Holmes, but dangerous for all that, I'll wager.
Do you often tie up on the embankment, Mr. Needham?
Haven't got the habit yet, and there's nothing of value on land for me, but I like the needle, interesting to look at, to think about.
He, Mr. Working Glass. I'm not gonna fire it.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Needham. I hope we have no need to trouble you further.
Oh. Oh shit. The inscription engraved soft polished surface is illegible through long wear. Its writing once have been gold filled, commemorative metal or watch
This
fob.
could be instructive. Very promising. A mass-produced button is less informative than its custom-made predecessor, but it might mean something to Stitch Rumsey.
You'll wear out your welcome with him. You don't even know the provenance of that piece.
Okay. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck, did I save? I don't think I did. Well. Alright. Whew. Sorry about that. Thank you, autosave.
In this light, I can't do much better than the cretinous constable.
You could do better on hearsay.
Perhaps, but there's no need to rely on his eyes.
I thought... Oh, wait, I showed him. Okay. So it's after I got the gun, but before I used the bullseye lantern. Yeah, it's funny. I'm sorry about the fan because fan is actually, well, now since it's after Christmas, I can tell you that basically my roommate, she was making a present for her boyfriend. Because, he's also the dungeon master of our group. And for Christmas, she had 3D printed like him, like this huge dice set. And so we made this, I helped her make like this massive, like, D20 out of paper mache dowels. She made the dowel frames and like glued them together. And I was helping her paper mache. There's like this huge fucking mess on the table. So as soon as I'm done with this, we're gonna help clean it off. That's why there's a fan on it to dry it. But basically, like this huge D20 for him to keep all of his basically big 3D printed dice that she had made for him. It's fucking cool. So that's why these past few episodes there's been a fan in it. So I'm sorry.
There's some writing on the fob, but I can't make it out.
You need better light.
I'll need a good bit more than that.
Let's go home and see if we can't like clean it or something with our like lab table. Huh.
I've a mission for you, boy. Small chance of success, but the game is worth the candle.
Nice to be needed, sir. What's the job?
Find a man, thick-set, tall, fair, and bearded. Perhaps a blemish on one cheek. Maybe wearing a dark cape and slouch hat over country clothes.
A gentleman? Eye colour? Age? Habits?
Unobserved. Confine your efforts to Trafalgar and the embassies. And be careful. At the very least, he keeps dangerous company.
Hmm. Do do do. Inventory.
The microscope can't do better than my eye. The gold is old, thin, and smeared. You might want to open the window, Watson.
If you're going to use acid on the metal, please take care. You remember what happened last time. Very unsettling to hear a woman of advanced years yell that loudly.
That what we're in? No.
The Aqua Regia removed the gold fill very nicely. The engraving is visible. The inscription reads, "To commemorate your majority, 23676." If our victim was a Cambridge man, he probably entered in 74.
Hmm. What does this mean?
Let's be off, Watson. A journey will settle my nerves.
As if you had any.
Keep a look on our backs, will you? More than once I've had the impression that we were being followed.
Uh-oh.
Your imagination is only slightly smaller than your ego. Why would anyone follow us?
To learn where we go and what we do, and to extrapolate what we know from that. In short, Watson, for information, the world's most valuable commodity.
True.
Let us resume our investigation, Watson.
I'm prepared to follow you anywhere, Holmes.
I'm so sleepy. Oh my god. We'll go investigate that button, and then I might call it quits. God, so much has been happening. This is great. Playing this game the way it was meant to be played. With a little help from the internet because I'm fucking dumb. Haberdashery. I think Cambridge just popped up. Yep.
What is that racket, Watson?
The treadles of sewing machines, I imagine.
I mean the voices.
Can you not appreciate the dulcet tones of the Orient, Holmes?
My pedestrian mind cannot appreciate what it cannot understand.
What? Okay, now that was xenophobic, Holmes. Right after he called that other woman about for being racist against her money. Hmm. Silk, tweeds, velvets, blah. Hmm. Society, the mania for costume balls is unrestrained, never too proud to associate with common taste. Stitched to plays popular Lord Nelson ensemble. Wyatt Harlequin and Marie Antoinette and their emperor in the back. Oh, Lord Nelson. Admiral Nelson? The one that that did the what's it? Um Nassau, was it? Some islands he had an affair with this lady, the Hamilton woman. Hmm. Is there like anything else to talk to? Because he's obviously occupied.
Have you chosen a fabric for one of Rumsey's incomparable suits?
In my dreams, Holmes. The practice won't support one at the moment. Perhaps when we're famous.
Among the costumes, the hero of Trafalgar seems a popular choice.
One wonders if the jacket comes sans right sleeve. Perhaps an eye patch may be let.
Yeah, sure, he only had one arm. That's right, and he rambled and what was it? Ugh, excuse me. And I think like he was like beseeching Parliament for like something, and he goes like completely off base and starts like ranting about something else. Dang, I wish I could remember off the top of my head, but I heard it was really funny. And I can't do shit here, so I'm leaving.
Fleming's been porter at Magdalen since King Charles lost his head. Marvellous character. Remembers everything. And he's eager to tell it all for a pint or two.
Was Magdalen your college then?
No, my chemistry tutor was a fellow there. I visited his rooms one term.
I've never been clear on your university days. Where did you study when you came up?
I need to rest, Watson. Wake me when we arrive, will you?
Sleeping? That's fine, wonderful. What about our other inquiries? Any ideas? Do you think Mycroft is still in danger? Are we? Well, I suppose nothing much can happen on a train.
Sure about that? Hmm.
Nothing changes very much in Cambridge, Watson.
I'm sure the pace of change is slow, but the aura of immutability is perpetrated by porters and dons. They are eternal. Everyone else is transient. They have an interest in perpetuating the illusion, and your frozen memory assists them.
It was merely an observation, Watson. Excuse me.
Watson took that so personally.
Fleming? Fleming, old fellow, how are you? College closed. Fleming, I say rouse yourself, sir.
Okay. Another story, dude. That dude on the train looked really suspicious. I am not taking the train all the way to hell back. Ew! Is that big, like that huge, massive deal? Like, I know I didn't come all here for some old dude. Um,
I'm sure those oars haven't moved since I used to visit here.
The very walls appear to have been built up around them.
Not so old as that, Watson, though sometimes I feel it. The oars came here in the year of my birth. This won't do, Watson. He requires some hair from the dog that bit him.
It must have been a huge dog. Shall I check his pulse?
No need. Collect a couple of bottles of strong ale from the public house we passed, will you? Mind it's not small beer.
Some porter for the porter. Sorry, Holmes.
Will you have a drink, Fleming? Never while on duty, sir. Now, please move along. You're trespassing on college grounds.
He really not recognize me.
Would you oblige us, Fleming, with your opinion? We're evaluating this ale. Happy to assist young gentlemen in the pursuit of knowledge. So for science, as you might say. Excellent. I recognize you, don't I? I'm pleased to think you might. I'm Sherlock Holmes. Of course you are. Never forget a face, Mr. Holmes. Just takes me a bit longer to focus. You're keeping well? Haven't gained a stone since you went down. I read your exploits and beatings. And this is Dr. Watson, is it? Pleased, I'm sure. Even after all these years, my recollections of this place are so vivid. Is that unusual, Fleming? Not at all, sir. We are what we remember. As the bard says, even purpose is but a slave to memory.
Didn't Sherlock quote that earlier in this
I
game?
need to excavate your prodigious memory, Fleming. May I do that? I enjoy a good mystery. Dig away, sir. I saw a tattoo on a corpse. Something about it reminded me of Cambridge. A view of Trumpington Street. Nothing so definitive. It's a neatly rendered blooming rose. You're familiar with such a figure? If it was engraved on the subject's backside, it might be the badge of the Tudor Rose. The Arcane Social Club? Of course. The symbol of England was their sign. I had no idea those rare birds marked themselves. Since your time, sir. Been a drinking club for more than a decade, carousing and such. Nothing much secret about it. Old boys are ashamed to be associated with the newer members. University may revoke their charter, is what I heard.
Oh, it's a frat, basically.
Is the artist a local man? Jack Canvas in Cheapside designed the tattoo version from an old print drawing. I'm told he recently passed over. Yes, I should have recognized his hand. But my brain was fixed on the subject matter. The delicate petals set along the brambles and the thorns. Unexpectedly lovely. I've seen the painting, of course. As a symbol, the old boys was thinking they were England's best. Some of them proved it. But their successors took to advertising. Trying to convince themselves, perhaps. True quality never commends itself, Mr. Holmes.
Is this true?
Is this your bicycle, Fleming? I don't remember you as the foolhardy type. Certainly not, Mr. Holmes. I'm unsteady enough on my own legs. Some of the young gentlemen take it out for a turn from time to time. The Tudor Rose drew its members from the whole university, didn't it? Indeed. Over the years, there's been hundreds of initiates. Do you remember all the Magdalen men? Their names run together now, but I do recognize most of them. Regrettably, I don't have a name or a face. What are these photographs, Fleming? Young gentlemen of Magdalen, Mr. Holmes. I keep the most recent classes on display. Their families seem to enjoy it. I have reason to believe my corpse was a Magdalen man and a member of the Tudor Rose. If he came here after 1860, I may have him in my albums. Could we look through your portraits of the previous classes? But that's thousands of young gentlemen, Mr. Holmes. 100 or more would have joined the Tudor Rose. Would the date of a student's matriculation narrow the field sufficiently? It might. My memory's good, but not flawless. But some of these characters were more memorable than others. I believe this boy turned 19 in June of 1874 and came to college for the Michaelmas term that year. Let me check my photographs.
That was a deduction.
Ah, yes, 1874. A rum class. Bright, no question. But rum. Anybody there who later joined the Tudor Rose? Let's see. There's Dundalk, the Earl's youngest boy, died in the Transvaal, I heard. And Lawton is a lord since his pater passed on, an MP, I believe. Oh, yes, his special friend was Pratt.
Special
Lawton
friend.
came to us from India. Strange boy, don't know what became of him. And Cunard is making his fortune in Australia. That's all, I think. Thank you, Fleming. Very helpful. A pleasure, sir.
Pratt was
Always
the
a
clerk
pleasure
of
to
the other
see one of
guy,
my young
of Lord
gentlemen.
Lawton. So they went to college together, and they were in the same fraternity. Damn. Shit.
Pratt and Lawton together. This is too terrible to be a coincidence, Watson. Our corpse is the ex-Thomas Pratt, I'm certain of it.
If you say so, Holmes. I'm a bit baffled.
Cambridge can reveal no more about the present case. We can just make the next train to London. I wish to see Pratt's effects, and then we'll carry the bad news to Lord Lawton. We've just time to catch the next train to London.
Excellent. Let's be off.
Okay, now we gotta tell her. Oh god. Anyway, it has been a long time, and that is the end of this video. Oh, I want to keep playing. God, the story is so engaging. I love it. But I'm gonna have to quit right here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I love you. Remember, mind your own.